Hey guys, and welcome back to the Mega Observing Campaign with me, NG Paradox. The year is now 959 AD, and Khazaria is still unstoppable. And we're not even just talking about the horde of Khazaria, it's the culture and the family. They're spreading around into different places here and there. We looked down in South Italy before, and now it's a mess with Serbia actually controlling some of the land down here. And obviously, if I remember correctly, he's probably descended from some sort of horde. If we go look through his family, his father, the Arslan family, you go up, his father was a Slavic of Serbia, okay, and his grandfather was a Kagan, but not of Khazaria, the Bundequadarid family. So, okay, maybe not Khazar, but still. And actually, he's now living up here, the Crimea. Look what I found. The Falkir Buga of Crimea actually controls this area of Clydesdale in Scotland. How did he get up here? When did this happen? It's just a mass of confusion right now. I said that Britain had kind of been kept away from all that, but now it looks as though it's come to get them as well. So we're going to let time go by again, see if anyone can try and fix this in the future. Can anyone be the savior of Europe? You got the Germanic faiths, you got the Catholics, you had the Cathars and stuff. Who can save Europe from this utter chaos? Will Hispania come in? Will the Lord of Brittany maybe he'll continue his conquests of France? I would love to see maybe him split up, become independent, have a nice sort of, should we say, Shia country here, split from Hispania. That could be kind of fun to have, like, them be opponents of each other. What family was he again? Oh, yes, the Zarid family. His culture is actually Breton, I just realized. What about, yeah, Andalusian. Okay, just making sure. Just seeing what the cultures are and stuff. He grew up there maybe, just how it is. If we go up north, things are still pretty divided. Sweden obviously has its own problems. Does not seem to be Catholic anymore. Was that your father? Yeah, the Chaste. He was a Catholic, though looks as though the gods did not shine upon him. He died of an infected wound. His son was killed by a rabble, so his only son left, Grimmer, became the new king. And he is Germanic at least. I guess that should be good for them. So who is he in relation to him? Not completely sure, but he has no kids right now. Probably hopes he can get some more in the future. We'll go look east, Western Protectorate. We're going quite fast through the century at the moment. If we go to India, things look like as they've been for quite a while. We've got kind of the main kingdoms going on here. These guys down here, the Kingdom of Karnata, maybe going to eat up this one, the Kingdom of Tamilakam. Probably going to eat these guys up. We'll have to wait and see. The Arabian Empire is still so stable. Western Protectorate kind of taking over the lands over here. Well, not taking over, but tributary in them. Norway's doing fine. Don't seem to have many threats from outside. No one seems to be going for them. And they don't really seem to be expanding. They seem to be quite happy to own this land and Iceland. They seem very happy with that. I mean, that's fine by me, Hispania, look at this. They're slowly creeping into the chaos of the middle of Europe. You got Germany at least seems to be having some nice borders these days. Remember, the family descended from Pepin the Hunchback, a cadet dynasty of, obviously, Charlemagne's Carlins. Actually, are there any Carlins left? That's something I might want to try to discover. Lupin. If we go to France, maybe. Let's go for France. Let's go through history. If we go back, there should be... Oh, there's a Carlin. Charles the Holy. Okay, let's have a quick look. Any Carlins exist? Living members, 0. So, guys, there are no Carlins. Before the year 1000, the Carlins have been wiped out. That actually surprises me. Yeah, look at that. I mean, this is actually, sorry, the Pepin line. Shouldn't have clicked on that one. Pepin the Hunchback, his brothers, yep. They had kids and they had kids, but no kids. Huh. Poor Carlin family. You don't normally see this happen. And what is this? Is that a rebellion? Or is this an... Ooh, look at this. Jocelyn the Cruel of Breton revolt. So it is a revolt. He's revolting, I guess, against the tyranny of the Sultan. So he's actually fighting against the Sultan, not the Caliph. He's just fighting the Sultan of Brittany. He's French himself, but he's a Shia Muslim. He now believes in the true faith of Shia. His father was Germanic. They just changed religion, don't they? Oh no, they've always been Germanic. Okay, his family's actually always been... I thought maybe they were Christians before, then turned Germanic, and then turned Shia. Just shows that they don't really care, maybe. Germany has inherited Burgundy, it looks like, making this just look like a horrible patchwork of Aquitaine, Austrasia, and Germany. It's a horrible, horrible patchwork that I don't want to look at anymore. Lithuania surrounded by Khazaria. They were vassalized by them in the past, but then they broke free. Lombardy is tributaried Saxony. But the British Isles... Oh, what happened? Crimea. Looks as though the English took it from them. So the English king was not happy with them being there. Let's go a quick look at what happened to him in the end then, history. So he died, and his son inherited, and now his son has nothing. His son lost everything. So there goes the Great Duchy of Crimea. Scotland only controls this now. This is Scotland. Well, I guess and here. The Kingdom of Scotland. Oswald the Monster. The Surdising family. I feel kind of sad for them. They've lost so much. Moray has basically taken over. And this girl up here, the Countess. Catholic. She's Irish. Okay. England controls Orkney now. Huh. Okay. Not sure Orkney would be happy about that right now, considering it's quite far away from England, but back to Hispania. The Caliph has moved his capital to North Africa. Not sure why he did such a thing like this. He's got 11,000 men right now. He is fighting the Byzantine Empire in a holy war for Sicily. So the Byzantines are attacking for Sicily. So I'm assuming, yeah, they want to take the rest of this. So they're trying to take back their lands in southern Italy. They lost a bit of it, but now they're trying to reclaim it. Basically, the Mediterranean is a war between the Byzantine Empire, Hispania, Arabian Empire, and Lombardy. And the Lombardies are... Oh no, they've gained a bit. I was about to say they're losing, but they've gained some back. So yeah, it's a complete war in the Mediterranean, mostly centered around southern Italy. And the Pope has regained Rome. So that's good for the Pope. He lost his previous lands, though. Yeah, he only has Rome now. Except for this Prince Bishopric. Okay, so that's good for the Pope. Good to see he got back Rome. That was taken back. So in a brief period in the 900th century, the Pope did lose Rome for a little bit, but he was put back in charge. If we go north again, Germany! Sneaking up here. Did they take that from Saxony? It does look like Saxony is starting to get smaller and smaller. Ever since the Rick Frieden family have taken over, I feel like they lose everything. They lost France, they're losing Saxony. You know, it just hasn't really gone their way, has it? Over the centuries. Yeah. So he was the first king. Suspicious circumstances. Yeah, things have not gone well for them. You know, Saxony had some good times. There's a rebellion in England. What's this for? Against the tyranny of Godwine. Godwine, sorry, not Goodwin. Godwine. Denmark, there's actually a person of Denmark underneath Khazaria. Khazaria has complete control over Denmark. Khan Heising the Wise. And he is of the Afmunso family. Interesting. So the Munzo family have risen up and taken over Denmark, which is an interesting one. Just going back through. How far back was this? 810. Yeah. Okay. Oh, they used to be of old Germanic faith, of course, yes. Of course, everyone back then was old Germanic faith. And Aquitaine control this. Gelre is being attacked. Danish conquest and Trondis conquest. Okay. Sad for them. Yet Saxony facing their own revolt. What is it? Greater Polish conquest. So the Greater Poland is trying to attack them. and Saxon Helgolander vassalization war. Okay, so Greater Poland. What's going on here? So we've lost Poland. What happened to Poland? I mean, Greater Poland sounds better. It's a Greater Poland, but we've lost Poland. We've got the Duchy of Greater Poland. Teutonic Order has expanded. Did you Teutonic Order take out Poland? What happened here? What are you fighting in? Teutonic Holy War for Bergslagen against the Swedish. Well, well, well. They control up here. So the Teutonic Order is trying to get order, you know, in the east of Europe. They're trying to hold back against these hordes. Everyone knows the hordes in the east are too much. They keep coming in to Europe and just causing chaos with religions and with lands. And so Teutonic Order is trying to fix this problem on the orders of the Pope or something. And also in Scandinavia, they're trying to gain some control so they can try and fix the situation. The Germanic faith is getting to be a problem. They need to try and convert these people. But also it's a mess because of Khazaria. Khazaria just come in and take... Yeah, look at that. They've taken over all of this. And Lombardy... What is this revolt? For Duke Lambert's claim on Lombardy. So Lombardy could be swapped around again. They've had a few different dynasties rule over them. Could it change once again? We've got rebellions in the Byzantine Empire. War for the Byzantine Empire. So, again, someone else wants to take it over because there is a young girl in charge. Empress Vidraina. Her father was assassinated. Huh. So someone assassinated him, but no one knows who it was. And maybe we'll never know. There is a revolt in the Arabian Empire against the tyranny of the Caliph. So, no independence revolt. I want to see a big independence revolt down here. But, yeah, it's kind of nice to see something that's actually kind of a bit more uniformed. It's kind of nice, after looking at Europe a bit, you know, it's kind of nice to see this. So much order. So much, you know, just good order here. But the Seljuk. The Seljuk Empire has appeared. 82,000 men. The Turkish have arrived. Padishah Seljuk the Conqueror. So he's now appeared. This could be the challenge the Arabian Empire needs, but does not deserve, maybe. How many men do they have? 42,000. Actually, that's not too bad. Byzantine Empire? Ooh, not doing so well. Yeah. So this empire could be a problem. We'll see what they do. So far, they're at peace. Yeah, they're at peace right now, but how long will that last? Tibet's doing okay. Nothing's really happened here. The same family's in control that has been in charge for centuries, you know. It's just been the way of life in Tibet. Not much. It's not been very dynamic over here. Same with the hordes. The hordes have kind of been stagnating apart from the Western Protectorate just getting them to basically give him tribute. Khazaria, though, oh my. Oh my. Let's put down the speed a bit. Nope, down. We'll put down the speed a bit and let's get a hold of what's just happened. Khazaria seems to have broken up a little bit here. We got a pest here. Okay. Up north, Great Poland looks the same. Teutonic or Livonia. Lithuania. Denmark, though, has escaped with Khan Heising the Wise of the Afmunso family taken over. Now, even though he looks, you know, very similar to Khazarians, his father was a Norseman through and through. And this family is one that normally doesn't do too badly, so it's not really a surprise to see them up here. But, you know, he's managed to rise up to be King of Denmark, which I think he either took over underneath the Khazarians or he was given it, and now he's rebelled against them. Nice. Having a quick look up here. Nordland. Lovely little place. Khazaria still owns the top up here, but Denmark has a pretty good piece of land. We've got a little Estonia over here. Finnish. Novgorod. This area has not really been allowed to cultivate. The hordes have just been beating these people up constantly. So we've not really been able to see them develop much. Have they got castles here? They still don't have castles here. Yeah, the Vikings haven't really built any castles, apart from I think was here, wasn't it? Well, now it's just, you know, horde land. But yeah, not many castles so far, even for the Germanic faithful. You know, they may have reformed, but still. Germany getting a nice border now. Really liking this. We could see the Cadet dynasty of the Carlins come back. He is slow, though. He's not the smartest, though. His wife is a woofin. Maybe she has the trousers in this relationship. And he is a son of his former wife who's now dead. Aquitaine actually seems to be getting his act together. Look at that. That is actually pretty good. They have bits of land in other places, but overall, this is a nice big chunk of land. Queen Aldulmode Nibelungen. And her husband is of the same dynasty, so their kids should be okay. And her daughter is actually the Duchess of Champagne. So yeah, the women of the family doing quite well down here. And her sister is also a countess. Wow. The women are doing very well. Austrasia kind of has the middle. And you got France in the north, I guess. The same family, of course, there. Who controls this one again? The Abonid. The Abonid family. His father used to be just the Duke of Bourbon. So he's the first Duke of this family to be the king. And what? Germany? Germany? Germany has Barcelona. Owned by a Norman of the Germanic faith. Of course, of course. That's what everyone remembers, yes. Everyone remembers that in their history books. The Germanic Barcelona. This hasn't finished just yet. Anything else we need to look at before we make the speed go a bit quicker? Let's make it go at least one more. And we'll keep an eye on it. Lithuania's in rebellion. Yeah. Okay, I think that's fine. We're going a higher speed now. Wasn't as big as I thought. I saw, like, Khazaria's name was smaller. They seem to have lost pieces of land. But maybe it wasn't as big a difference as I thought, sadly. It's a shame. What's up here, then? So we've got the Duke Sulaslar, son of Velez of Sorbia. He's a Catholic. How about a quick look at the religious stuff right now? So actually, Catholicism is actually making a pretty good run over here. It seems to be Slavic is basically dying out. Slavic is basically gone, and the Catholic faith is actually doing better in the East. And the Germanic faith is actually having some problems. You know, they're kind of just in the areas they were before. They're kind of stretching out here in maybe Eastern Europe, but it's not as popular as maybe it used to be. Are you a Catholic? Yeah, so one of the hordes turning to Catholicism is having a big effect on the religion. If we go down here, Shia has almost taken over the whole of Iberia. They've got basically the whole of Brittany. Yeah, Brittany is basically Shia. There's not actually many heresies, which is interesting because we've had a lot of heresies before. We got a bit here. Waldensium. It's only a tiny bit. Before we've had actually kind of some really good strongholds of Catholic heresies, but not today. North Africa's a bit of a mess, a little bit. You got Shia one side, Sunni on the other, and in the middle just different ones trying to gain people's attention. Down south in East Africa, there seems to be some of the religions holding out, but the Sunni faith is trying to take over still. Over here, what are the Turkish, actually? What religion are you? You are Sunni, okay. Wasn't completely sure. The Catholic faith is doing really well in the Byzantine Empire. And that's because, okay, they won. So actually the Byzantine has changed. Yes, it did. So we saw the guy, the king over here, the king of Armenia. He's actually, he just died. Let's let the speed go down a bit while we concentrate on this. So he took over from the previous emperor. He had a rebellion. He took it in a coup d'etat. The young girl was too young to rule this grand empire. So even though she's from a very distinguished dynasty, he felt it was time to move. He had the power. And the Catholic faith was growing in these lands. You know, he's got some allies amongst the people of the empire because Catholicism seems to have been growing. And now he's taken over. It seems to just be growing even more. And so now his son, Cosmos, the cleansing flame of the Byzantine Empire. Well, there you go. A new faith and a new cleansing flame. So we're going to see the Catholic religion actually expand and maybe even take out the Orthodox. The Orthodox might fall here. That's kind of sad. I mean, at least, you know, in EU4 we'll have Germanic faith hopefully survive. So we'll have Germanic and Catholics rather than maybe Orthodox and Catholics. Sad to see the Orthodox faith go, but it will be interesting to see how it works with the Byzantines obviously now being of the Catholics. Like the rest of Europe. That'll be kind of interesting to see what happens there. Over here we've got some Germanic, Manichaean up here. Buddhists completely overpowering everyone in Tibet. No one has the old religion. Is the old religion's dead? The Bon religion of Tibet? That's a shame. Jain is not doing very well either, actually. Yeah, Hindus seem to have taken over most of India. And Sunnis seem to have still survived. Have a quick look at the cultures. We've got the Turkish coming down. Turkish obviously up here, but we now know they're down here as well. Will they be able to expand it? They've got it up here as well, actually. Bengali. Egyptian still there. Oh, Bedouin is down here as well now. Not just Nubians. Got Greeks there. Georgians. What was his culture? Yeah, he was a Greek. Okay, just making sure. I wasn't completely sure what his culture was. The Norse culture. We have Anglo-Saxon still. Nothing else mixing in. The Welsh. Ooh. You got Welsh obviously over here. Is that a king? Wait. Do we have a king of Wales? No, we do not. Oh, yes. Ah, that's a shame. I thought maybe just then the Welsh had rebelled against the English and got independence, but it's just a normal rebellion. Ah, damn. Didn't get to see a king of Wales. To increase council power. Increase council power. Cultures again then. Going down here. Andalusian. Visigothic. Still managing to survive after all this time, but who knows for how long. Khazar is down in southern Spain. Of course, the Khazar culture. Everyone remembers that time period. It's mostly up here, but you can find it down here now. Croatian, doing pretty well. Serbians. Bohemian. German, one's not doing great. The French is doing quite nicely. Frankish is almost gone completely. Basque, obviously. Occitan. Anything out the ordinary? I don't see anything that's out the ordinary, really. Okay, let's go back to normal situations. Let's increase the speed then. And we have a king of Sweden. Okay, now the king of Sweden has been here for quite a while, but he seems to be gaining back the old lands. So he's not doing too badly. The Bold. And obviously, he is the last of the family of, that I can't name, Skoljudung. He's the last of that dynasty who's a king, you know. Denmark has fallen to the Afmundzo family. And of course, Norway is now controlled by the Sir family. So they have a bit more adversaries these days, but he currently controls this area. Is he going to conquer this part? It would be great if he got the central place there. Then it's supposed to look really nice. If he could just get that. Lithuania, though, become Catholic. What's your father? Your father was a Catholic. His father was Germanic. Oh dear. That was him. The usurper. He's only 7 years old and there's a lot of rebellions. Revolt League, Independence War, really? Against Lithuania? It's not even that big. Come on, guys. It's a sad day for them. How's Scotland? Scotland still got the same stuff it had before. Yep. Nothing's really happened. People having people... Look at all these armies out right now. What's going on in Hispania? 10th Hispania Hurufi Revolt. Holy War for Valois. So the Brittany is attacking France once again. So Hispania in Brittany is trying to expand constantly into France because France is just too weak to defend itself. Burgundy has appeared. Did it get divided between the sons? Yes, it did. Germany and Burgundy have been divided between the two sons. We've got another Burgundy here. Never looks that great having a Burgundy. Germany, though, looking pretty good. They're coming up north a bit, getting to Gelre now. If they can defeat Gelre and, like, Saxony, we'd actually have a pretty nicely formed Germany. Now, obviously not traditional Germany, but still, you know, it's better than what it was before, just being a little blop down here. Be nice to kind of see it expand up here, take over this land, have, like, this area. Middle section of Europe, basically. Down here, Hispania has kind of been seizing more land, but the Byzantine Empire's basically got Sicily, except for this one piece controlled by this Orthodox Croatian, Frankopan family. Got a bit of a lover's pox there. Who controls this? He's on his own, Calabria. Okay. Serbia's lost some land. We could see Hispanian. The Lombardies can't protect themselves. Look at this. Look at the problem here. Still the claim on Lombardy. And Venetian-Lombard war for the city of Ancona. So Venice is still just sitting here on its own. Its lands seem to have been sieged. The Lecce. How much money do you have? 130? You're not even doing that well on money. What type of republic do you call yourself, man? And what is this? What? Okay, lower the speed. What's just happened over here? There was an independence revolt. And the Seljuk, what, the Turks have come in and just what the? They've destroyed the Arabian Empire. Okay, we need a second. I need a second to collect myself and just get my bearings. Let's have, you know, a minute's of silence for the Arabian Empire. Wow. I mean, we're almost to the end of the century, but they were doing so well. I mean, we always knew they probably were going to collapse. They tend to do that, but this was a bit more than I expected. Let's have a quick look at what happened. Who's in charge? Ah, so Caliph Mubarak the Conqueror. It looks as though this family, the Mubarak kid family, they took over. Like, he's got no parents or anything. He just took over by himself, and that's where the problems happened. Oh dear. So who controls Abyssinia? I'm trying to find the capital. Is this the capital? Is this a revolt? It's an Arabian revolt. The tyranny of the conqueror. So the Abbasids. Okay, so this was the former leader. Yeah, his grandfather was the former caliph. His father was the mutilator. He died in the dungeons. Yeah, so he lost it. So Ermen Nasrir lost it to the new family, the Conqueror, and he died in the dungeons. His son, Isa Abbasid, he's trying to revolt. Like, he's not trying to take over the country, even though he does have a claim, but he's now fighting against the tyranny. He thinks the leader is a tyrant. So if he loses it, it will go to his son. What items do you have? A fine shimita, yeah. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Jinn calligraphy. Okay, there he goes. He's got that stuff. But Abyssinia, who controls this? Is that the same family? No, it's not the same family. Muhalabid. The Muhalabid family control this. They also have a bit of land over here, and their capital's up here. Okay. Huh. Bit of a mess. You know, they are kind of everywhere. But he controls Abyssinia. He's a Bedouin culture. He's a Sunni Muslim. What do you have? You've got a dragon amulet, a Jinn tapestry, and a Jinn. They've been trading a lot with the Chinese, apparently. But they got quite a bit of power down there. How many men? Sorry, when we're observing, we can't use the back button for some reason, which really frustrates me. I don't know why. 18,000 men. So we've also got then, over here, let's go look at the independent realms. We've got Emir Burhanuddin Khalid, Khalid, sorry. I can't read today. Bedouin, he's controlling Sana'a. We got Abyssinia controlling these lands over here. Yeah, Abyssinia controls quite a lot. We've got Iraq, who controls a bit of land up here. There's also Iraq here. So, Emir Mahdi Dulafid. And up here we have another... Oh, we've got the Sultan of Iraq. So we've got Sultan of Iraq. Oh, so he's under him, sorry. Yes, we've got the Sultan of Iraq. He controls a bit splitted land. He's Abbasid, though. So this guy's actually the Abbasid lands. So we could say he's kind of the head of the Abbasid family these days because he's the most powerful one. Up here we have... Anything in here? Not much there. We just got this. Sultan Abdullah of Al Jazeera. He's another Abbasid. Now, he controls quite a bit of land distributed around the central area and over here. He's got not many men there, 1,000. And we, of course, have Persia here. Controlled by Sultan Oh, he's dead. That was Al Jazeera. We're Persia. Sultan Ramadan Nizamid. So these guys control Persia. They're a Bedouin family culture. They're not actually a Persian culture. Up here we have another guy, Sultan Talib Abbasid. He controls Daylam. So you got a lot of Abbasid kind of kingdoms forming after the destruction. It's a mess. Sistan, who controls this? Sistan Jibril Mib Halbid. I'm hoping you guys enjoy my pronunciations. Because hopefully you are enjoying them because I'm not enjoying them. Tibet have got a bit of land over here. The Seljuk Empire, the Turkish, have taken over even more land. He's got 55,000 men left over. Has their arrival been what's caused this? They've got Jinn stuff as well. He's only 11 years old, though, right now, the leader. So maybe that will stop him from expanding anymore. But yeah. Okay, well, the Middle East is going to be probably a little bit more interesting than it was before. And they did it. Look at that. Sweden did unite these lands. So it looks a lot nicer now. That's good to see. Very happy to see that. What's going on in Pomerania? Pomerania is no longer existing as Denmark, Saxony, Greater Poland, Lithuania. No, Lithuania. They got their independence, and we've got, what are these guys? Prufania, the High Chief Antanas the Blind, Tonti Goad. He is of Remover Faith, so the Remover Faith has still survived. What land does he need? He needs this one. If he can get that from Serbia, he could reform the faith, because no one's been able to do it just yet, and I don't think they are going to. They're on the back foot. But they did obviously rebel. We've got Albany up here. Huh. Did you take over? No, of Scotland. So who is the leader of Albany? Okay, this guy. So it's not a king. He is a king, but he's a petty king. King Evander Uodok. Scottish Christian. Okay. Other than that, just these 4 places at the moment in the British Isles. Norway still control this. We'll increase the speed now, I think. We had a quick look over Arabia. That took a lot of time away, obviously, so it means we've had to slow down a bit. You know, it's an interesting thing. We need to know all the dynasties. We know who they were, what they were doing. Otherwise, how can we know who to root for? I want to know who you guys are rooting for right now. Ooh, Gascoigne is independent. Got a little bit of land here and there. Germany having a little bit of problem, it looks like, up here. What's going on with you? Against the tyranny of the king. Oh, his heir would be Burgundy. Bring the lands together once again. Hispania. Arabian Empire's a little bit of land over here. Mali is just continuing to be Mali. They've not really done much. I mean, you can't really blame them. They can't really escape from the shadow of Hispania. Unless Hispania falls apart, they won't be able to escape out of there. The Byzantine Empire, you still Christian? You are still Christian. You got a new empress now. Okay, same family. Look at that crown of pearls. Was that originally yours? The Holy was created 50 years ago. Wow. Water clock. That's pretty cool. Okay. And a longsword. Some cool stuff in the family there. Khazaria's still not been on the sort. Still doing well in the middle. They've been beaten back a bit from Scandinavia. But overall doing quite... What are you? You're of the Taoist faith. How did you get here? He's a Han Chinese. You are actually the son of Suo Guangzhong. Was he the emperor? He was. He is the son of an emperor. And he's up here in Scandinavia underneath the Khazaria family. I guess he tried... Maybe his father was the former emperor and they lost it? Who's emperor now? It's the same family. Huh. Well. Who was meant to be in line then? So he's this one. And this guy is further... Maybe because he wasn't going to get anything, he decided to go adventure and see what he could find. And he ended up in Khazaria. And they liked him because he's actually quite a smart... He's a genius, look. He's a genius. So I guess they put him here. And we're like, hey, how about you lead our campaigns into Scandinavia? And this Han, Chinese guy, decided to do that. And he's given land up here. What a weird situation. The High Chieftain Makola. Who would have thought this would have happened? Ceremonial robes. The foot of a famous holy man. Serpent spear. Very odd indeed. But going down south, nothing. Is this one breaking apart? What is this? Okay, a few places are broken apart. Moravia. What happened to Bohemia? Bohemia's gone now. We've got Moravia now. The Slavomir family? Okay. Croatia still... I think they've lost a little bit, but... kind of just keeping to themselves. Germany controls some land. Germany have now entered the battle for southern Italy. Lombardy, who controls it nowadays? Still the Genoa family. still controls Lombardy. Okay. Not sure for how long. Ireland is in revolt. Increased council power. What's going up in Scotland? We've got Albany and more. Oh, it looks as though there was an inheritance, wasn't there? Yep. Nope, it wasn't inheritance. It was a bastard. A bastard took over. So is her bastard the Say family? I remember the C family there. We saw them ages ago. But then we never really saw them again, and now he's back. Okay. So that they've come back, I guess, for revenge or whatever they're doing. Abyssinia looking really strong. Who's stronger, them or the Arabian Empire? 22,000 men and 11. Our Caliph, the Caliph Isa, the usurper, has taken over the Arabian Empire once again. The Abbasids are back on top. So the Abbasids took back their empire, but the empire, look how weak it is. The Turkish have expanded even more, as we can see over here. So yeah, it's not going well. Who's this? Who is this? Despot Mohammed, the Butcher of Al Jazeera. He is an Orthodox faith. What happened to this Abbasid guy? Why did he become Orthodox faith? What happened to you? I guess heresy? His father was Orthodox. Their father was Sunni. Iraq, he had Al Jazeera. Then he had it. When he died, it passed to the Orthodox one. Huh. Poland is back. Yay, Poland. Welcome back, Poland. What is this? What do you have? Queen Stanislawa, the evil of Poland, Opolski. She is a Slavic faith, so the Slavic faith might be making a comeback? Probably not. It doesn't look like it will. Who are you? Lithuania still survives a tiny bit. What is this island? What is this island? The Samsamid Horde. They have nothing else. Are you... So we have a horde, like a tribe horde of Khazarian culturemen on this island. They just live on this island. That's it. That is amazing. You just imagine like these nomadic horsemen just going around the island in circles like, okay, well, that's all of it. Well, great, we'll stay here forever then. I don't know what they were thinking, but probably they weren't thinking much. Scotland took over Cornwall. Not sure the English would like that. There's wars up north right now. Just still chaos in Europe. I think Germany has inherited Burgundy once again. Always seems to happen. One of them inherits the other or something. Just always happens. The Byzantine Empire is in civil war once again. Because it's because of the Christian faith or the Orthodox faith. No, just against the tyranny of the Empress. The Basilius. It's Basilissa? Basilissa? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not completely sure. I think they've expanded up here, though. They're trying to protect their lands from the Hordes. So the Hordes are kind of slowly being pushed back, it feels. It feels like you got stronger kingdoms up north in the kind of tribal areas. The areas in like your Germany, Teutonic Order, the Byzantine Empire, they seem to be doing a bit better at holding them off these days. That's at least what it feels like. Going down to Middle East. Persia. Sistan. Things look kind of normal. Nothing really too much has moved about. Livonia is separated about right now. Let's go look at the governments then. Let's see. Feudal has come to this area mostly. We got feudal coming mostly to Scandinavia. So Scandinavia is trying to getting away from the tribal era, the old ways, starting to go towards the castles and whatnot, and in Finland. Eastern Europe still not really got it just yet mostly, and of course the very distant Eastern Europe still definitely in the Russia area doesn't. But everywhere else seems to be getting it now. Most people seem to be becoming civilized, it would seem. Yeah, everywhere else is basically just this northern area, and of course Mali. Mali, maybe you should change your faith. Maybe you should embrace Shia or something. Maybe that could help you out at some point. Oh, Hispania. What's happened to Hispania? Wait. They had the same situation as the other guys. So Caliph Muhammad the Conqueror. So again, another person has taken over from the former empire. Oh dear. But he is Shia. Muhammadid. He's not descended from what they normally expect. He's got the golden bracelets. So what happened over here? We have Brittany. Oh, I said that. I said I wanted to see an independent Brittany. Let's decrease this again. Let's do what we did last time. Again, close to 1000 AD. England took this from Scotland, which I did say they wouldn't be happy about. England has taken over the Scotland almost. Oh my. The two duchies were fighting each other. The Scottish fought amongst themselves. And the English king came in to take over. Godwine the Evil Woofin. He's just, you know, there you go. Could he be the one to conquer the whole of Scotland? Bring them under heel. But let's go have a look at the leader of Brittany. Very nice piece of land. Doesn't have that many men, so this could be the opportunity. Catholic crusade for France. The Pope has seen an opportunity. He saw that the Hispania Empire had fallen apart, and Brittany was now open for an attack. And we got Moray, a few other people, a Khan Samson of Samsamid. That guy on the island. The guy on the island has come in for this crusade. That is great. The Duchess of Aquitaine, the Knights of Caltravia, and the Queen of Aquitaine. The Duchess of Aquitaine and the Queen. Okay. He might not survive with his Iron Mace. His Iron Mace may not survive, sadly. Going at, what's Navarre? So we've got Navarre, Emir of Navarre, Sadid. He's fighting in many wars, claims on Aragon, claim on Navarre, revolt there, and a conquest of Saracusta. They're all fighting amongst themselves now, trying to take what they can get. Toledo, Hakamid family, Andalusian, Shia. What about you guys? De Pedernales, they're Visigothic, but Shia. We got Valencia, the Petride family, Bedouin. We got Sevilla down here, Fezid. Where's the former ruling family? Fezid as well, for Cordoba. And what's this one? Algarve, Quashid. What happened to the former ruling family? Did they go over here? Is this independent? Of Calabria? No, they were there before. What's this? No, it's the same guy. Okay, let's go have a quick look and see who was the former ruler. So it was Asaid. Yeah, that was definitely the one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he conquered it. His son, then him. Okay, let's go back. These guys. So he was the former ruler, and he's stuck in Tangiers. He's a vassal underneath the current ruler. There was a child in charge, 10 years old, and his father died of severe stress. Well, there you go, guys. Well, we're going to stop right here, right on the brink of 1000 AD, because this is, oh my, Egypt. It's now Egypt instead. Okay, so we've now got Egypt, not Abyssinia. But yeah, so we've got a lot of new places forming up now, a lot of potential empires and kingdoms in, you know, the Middle East and Iberia. You know, I was using them both as examples of how to manage an empire, but they've both fallen apart now. What could that mean for the future? Would that weaken the Sunni and Shia religions? Let's give a chance to Catholics to come back. France seems to have gained some good land. Look at that. He's actually doing a good job. But yes, we must go now because a lot has happened. We need to collect ourselves and try and remember what has happened so far. They've called themselves Sweden now. So much has happened in these days. So much. What is this? The Liberator of I can't pronounce that. But yeah, I should have stopped before I got to that. But yes, we've got so much to think about, so much to remember. I hope you guys can follow. I hope you guys can remember. So I'm going to have to go because we're right on the edge of the next century. A lot of things have happened. And my dog's behind me, if you can hear them. Oh, going crazy. I'm sorry, puppies. I need to go walk them. So, we'll be back next time for 1000 AD. And I'll see you then.